Hey guys, it's Michael. Welcome back to Scratch Golf Academy. Today we're going to talk about one of the most, if not the most underrated shot in golf, and that's the bump and run. It's going to get the job done for you. Let's get right into it. I see so many people from this spot going to this pin, taking out 60 degree, opening up the face all the way, giving it a really big swing, and then sculling it 40 yards over the green, right? And to me, it doesn't really make much sense. You know, as a scratch golfer, I try to think about things a little bit differently. If I'm in this situation, I only have a little bit of thicker grass to cover. I have a lot of green to work with. I'm thinking, all right, how do I play the bump and run? That's what we're gonna go over today. So I want you to think of the bump and run as almost an extension of putting, right? We talked about chipping last week as an extension of the full swing. The bump and run is an extension of the putt. So we have here, I have a six pitching wedge, and you can honestly use pitching wedge, 9, 8, even a 7-iron here, and it's going to be super beneficial for you because the advantage here is the bump and run gets the ball on the ground as soon as possible. That's eliminating any risk of getting it up in the air, taking a bigger swing at it, pretty much doing stuff that you really don't need to do. And plus it allows you to read it more like a putt because it's coming out more like a putt, right? More green, more roll out on the ball. So let's talk about setup here. Like I said, I have a pitching wedge, but you can do this with a 9, 8, 7, or 6, you know, whatever floats your boat. We're gonna pretty much take a similar stance to putting. Now I'm gonna face you guys first to start, and then I'll show you down the line. So here, I have the ball, you know, feet are slightly shorter, slightly more narrow than shoulder width apart. Ball is inside back foot here. Now the key here is we are going to actually, instead of keeping our hands a little bit lower, we're going to push our hands up like this, and almost the toe is up, the heel is almost off the ground. Now the advantages of this is with full swings opening up the face, we tend to stab it into the ground, and that's that heel digging straight into the ground. By doing this with the club, getting that heel above the ground, now we have the toe of the club coming through the grass, a lot less prone to getting stuck into the dirt, and it's just going to allow that ball to pop up a little bit more. So a little bit more upright here, ball back of stance. Now 60 to 7, I would say 65% of your weight on that front foot here. Club is up, and here we are essentially making a big putting stroke. A lot with the shoulders, right? Not much wrist hinge. I would just say let the wrists relax and flow a little bit more through the ball. It's a little bit bigger than a putting stroke, right? But it will feel essentially like a putting stroke. So a lot from the shoulders. The biggest thing here is choke down a little bit. Feel the shoulders going towards the target, right? We don't want to pull left like this. We don't want to come out to the right. We want to feel everything go towards the target, and that's going to ensure that this ball comes out a little bit lower and rolls down towards the flag. So we're here, good setup, weight left, and then that toe is up, heel is off the ground, and essentially like big putting stroke, not much wrist hinge at all, right? It's flowing a little bit, lower body's moving a smidge, right? Maybe a little, not much. So we're here, toe up, and back and through. See how that ball just comes out super low, gets on the ground and rolls up there, and it comes out pretty hot, right? You can do this method with all the clubs I recommend with the bump and run. Even if you want to do it with a bad lie with your 60 degree and you just want to get something on the green, it's totally good. So the big thing here is you want to keep it smooth throughout the swing. You don't want to get to the top here and get jerky with it and come down, because then you're going to get blading across the green, all the stuff we don't like. Keeping it smooth, that same tempo back and through, right? You see how Bryson DeChambeau gets super, you know, locked up and stiff here when he putts, and it's just a lot of shoulders. That's essentially what we're going for. Read it like a putt. See how low it'll come out. Pretty good. One more. And it just takes some practice, right? Let me grab a 7-iron here. So I just had a pitching wedge. We have a 7-iron. Gonna choke down a little bit more. You know, I call it toe up, but it's really heel off the ground here. And then weight forward, putting. Look at that. Rolls out there. Pretty nice. Got caught up in the fringe right there, but with some practice, this is really beneficial, eliminates all the risk of opening the face and potentially missing the green. We want to get these up and down as much as we can, or give ourselves a good chance of getting them up and down. This is a great way to do it. Give the bump and run a try, extremely underrated. Try it with a bunch of clubs in your bag, right? Like I said, I think it's going to help you out a lot. Make sure to subscribe to me over on That Golf Grind. Subscribe to Scratch Golf Academy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.